Namaste, respected chairperson, distinguished panelists and delegates, fellow parliamentarians, ladies and gentlemen. At the onset, I congratulate government of Bangladesh and people of Bangladesh for taking leadership of Climate Vulnerable Forum and for timely organizing this global parliamentarians meeting. I am delighted to represent Federal Parliament of Nepal in this August event. Today, combined effect of COVID-19 pandemic and climate change have challenged the entire humanity. Mountainous countries like Nepal and coastal countries like Bangladesh are most affected due to both crises. The poor and marginalized people across the globe, particularly women, children, senior citizens, and indigenous nationalities are bearing the disproportionate cost of it, resulting into acute health issues, food insecurity, and poverty. There is no choice, Your Excellencies, except to join our hands and minds together with higher degree of confidence and commitment to address these issues. In this regard, this global parliamentarian meeting is very, very important. Nepal is committed to implement Paris Agreement together with international communities. We have developed climate change policy dedicated to decrease the climate vulnerability and increase the economic resilience through the implementation of national and local action plans for adaptation. Despite of the fact that the country has insignificant contributions to global carbon emissions, Nepal government is preparing enhanced NDC with ambition in targets and actions. Your Excellencies, lawmaking, oversight of government's work, and representing people's voice are important role of any parliament. With reference to Nepal, there are two parliamentary committees, each at lower and upper houses, to focus on sustainable development, environment, and climate change agenda. The Parliamentary Committee of National Assembly has established SDG Resource Center and has developed a checklist to help MPs mainstream environment and climate change agenda in their work. This is expected to increase MPs' performance in mainstreaming climate change agenda. Your Excellencies, we have witnessed that increasing severity and magnitude of climate extremes threaten food and water security and agricultural income of billions. Transformative technologies are needed to increase adaptation and resilience in our parts of the world that are facing the brunt of the climate. It is high time that parliamentarians facing the brunt of the climate, it is high time that the parliamentarians' voice at national, regional, and global level to develop transformative technologies with innovative financing mechanism to address climate change and ensure that the most vulnerable countries have access to such emerging and affordable technologies. COVID-19 pandemic has altered the economic and social behavior of our society. There is increasing realization that pandemic and climate change may result in unprecedented disruptions, and we must seek opportunities for low carbon systems and green growth potentials. I believe that parliamentarians have important roles to ensure that government's policies, regulations, and work nurture and guide activities towards these potentials. Being people's representative, it is equally important that we motivate consumers' behavior to adopt a green lifestyle and ultimately towards promoting green economy. Your Excellencies, women are important actors and active agents in mitigation and adaptation to climate change, but often neglected, especially in resource allocation. Nepal has adopted gender-responsive budgeting since past 2 decades with increased direct spending on women. With this learning, I would like to take this opportunity to urge all parties and delegates to apply gender-responsive budgeting system in all aspects of climate change mitigations and adaptations work to ensure gender justice and for more effective response to climate crisis. Finally, I thank you for this opportunity to share my aspirations in front of you.